Hello everybody, welcome. This is SnowiiFrog giving you a gamey guide on how to win the 100-year war against France as England. Now, there's a few things you need in the start of the game. For instance, Castile needs to not be rivaling you. They can actually do that in the middle of this, so then you need to restart the game as well. Austria must not be rivaling you, and either England, Castile or Austria needs to be the Courier controller. So, what do? First, you need to send the alliance offer here to Castile. The reason why you need to do that is they have the 75 and a negative of 55, and Austria has a negative of 62 versus a negative of 15 versus positive of 62. That means that the alliance offer from Austria will be accepted, most likely will be accepted. Even if you get the other great nation negative for the alliance, allied with another great nation, I think it's minus 25 relationship, and then you'll need to hire the National Revolt Risk guy. I advise you on that, and the Morale of Armies guy. I advise you on those. After you've won the war, I would advise you to hire this guy, but you need to win the war first for that. This guy you want to get Plasonac, and I think you can actually do, yeah, just go down here and try and see if you can wipe these two armies out. Up here I would advise you to send these out to protect trade, and this army here, the heavy ships you can just disband for the savings of money. These guys will go here. I'll send the troops to Wessex. I'll send them to Kent, just so they stay there. They'll have a little day of a ticking here. And Austria have accepted, and Castile has accepted our military alliance. Now we just need to wait for one of these guys to come back home. While we're doing that, we need to micromanage these little wars here. I'll just press all of these away. There. It's time to micromanaging. I'm gonna pull the speed a little bit up. See, we've got this war first. And this guy I'll set to scorch the earth. And these guys will be there now, attached to the ship, and pull them out. These guys will win this war. And there, that war has won. Now we need to see if we can get these guys as well. Let's try. This army needs to go dock here, these ships actually, and that's gonna be it. Oh well, they didn't actually go for Normandy. Sometimes they go for Normandy, that's why I use the scorched earth. I know it's costing us some power or some monarch points, but that's just something that can be done. And so this big doomstack is moving down there. Here, split the army because there's not room for two. And we've got the diplomat now. They're back. Go down to Morocco. Declare war without any casus belli. That's bad news. So be it. But we can then go to call to arms here. Call to arms here, and call to arms here. As you can see, nobody's in these wars now. We are currently in the 100-year war alone, but not surprised, not surprised, and not surprised. So now all of these guys are in the war, and our ships. Not sure we can actually save these guys. Sometimes you are able to save these guys. Maybe if you pull them down to Navarra here. We can start by asking for military access. You can actually move them down there. These are coming on the 20th. I'm not sure, but let's see. I think I'm actually gonna pull them out. Just waiting here. There. So we're not losing all our troops. And these ships should then go to Navarra instead. So we can pull out this army. Taking a look here, the war, both Austria, Castile and Portugal is in it. So that's the basic of the war. Now you still have to win in here, but I'm gonna make a small cut here so you can see it's actually possible. I might also do some small cut-ins on the war, on how it's going. But that is actually the basic on how you win the war, because now you've got 3 major allies, and you should be able to slowly take these guys out. One of the important things is, if you go here into the peace agreement with... I'll actually just wait the 7 days and I'll show you. There are some of the countries you can peace out separately in this war, which I highly advise you to do. That is Provence, and you can return cores, these 2. I highly advise you to do that, because they will return to France, and since France is actually going to be under your direct control afterwards, you're gaining 2 more provinces. So that's a good thing to remember. Besides that, there is nobody else you can peace out on the French side, but I would actually advise you to try and see if you can peace out Provence fairly quickly, because they do have a good amount of troops. If we take a look here, Provence, there they have what's around 25,000 troops. It could be a good way of going at it, but it's not always the right call. You need to check out where his troops are landed, try and see if you can do some small strikes and depleting his manpower that way. But I'm gonna make a small cut here and see you in just a second. Another thing why you want to call the war on Morocco is you'll get the crusade thing here. This is a very nice and very good bonus. Yearly prestige, papal influence, national manpower modifier. And while we are at it, I will advise you to do some rivaling here. Before you even start striking some wars, you could actually do it at day 1, but... And Provence and Armagnac, I think that is the 3 you're most likely to go into war with. There's also the mission here to occupy Paris. Might as well take that, since the war goal of this is to take Ile-de-France, and the mission is actually just occupied, not anything else than besides that. But I'll see you guys in a minute. So one of the things I would advise you on is actually try and see if you can keep some warring down this territory down here below. I know I've got rebels up here, but try and see, and best would be if you can get France to attack into you like they've done up here. And then you defend against them and just pull in a bigger army here. As you can see, they've got the crossing penalty here. We actually got the crossing penalty. Oh, so Castile actually attacked in. They just move in with a big army, France. And I help them again. As you can see here, he's losing a decent amount of troops this way. Now they're coming with these guys. I'll just go back around here and save my troops, and maybe I can pull them out again, trying to help. Now just killing off this siege here. There. And I can actually stand my troops down here, waiting for if he's gonna attack these guys, which they are not gonna do right now. He's actually gonna attack up there. And I should be able to go and help them. Oh, nope, no reason. They're leaving. But see you guys in a bit. Okay, as you can see here, I'm slowly trying to siege down England, France from below, trying to take out Provence first here, and Bern is almost about to fall, but slowly see if you can take the territories one by one, and make sure that you can hold these territories before going up. We'll just leave him up here and slowly support your troops, help using the AI's troops as meat shields, or what you can call, go and let them get the attack, and then you just support in with your troops. That will help you very much. As you can see, I've still got a positive of 5 each month, and the reason I only have 10,000 manpower is because I've actually been building troops up here to send down and help. You could do mercs as well. I would advise on that when you start to doing the carpet sieging, but see you guys in a little second and see how well this war is actually going. Something I want to show you is how the computer is dancing around here with its troops. So you see they keep on moving. I've got my troops standing ready here to see if they at some point end up in a war, which is beneficial for my alliance. And then I'll pop in these 12,000 troops here. The rest of my troops is actually sieging these 3 territories down here. And the more these are jumping around, there you go. Now you see he will be arriving on the 15th, the 18th. And let's see if we can... No, they're there. No, I don't think they're actually gonna end the war here. But as long as they're dancing like that, it takes up time, and the more time we've got, the better it is for us. The negative war score here is mainly because he's currently holding the province of Ile-de-France. That's -9. He hasn't really won that many wars or anything, so... There you see, Castile just took another territory here, and slowly we're advancing. But see you guys in a little bit. As you can see here, he actually went the straight other way around with a big army stack here, and hopefully we can go and help out both Austria and myself. Well, I'm not actually sure. We've got enough here. We can help out here, getting a good amount of the French troops down actually. And hopefully we can wipe up some before these guys arrive. And they arrived there. And it would be nice now if Austria were to join in here, but Portugal. But they're not, so we're just gonna take it like this. Most likely winning this war, this little skirmish. There you go. And we're gaining some prestige. And some war exhaust, but now I'm actually just gonna move back here for the troops to regroup and get a little bit more in. These 2 sieges down here, that's actually ended. I can go up here, try and do another siege. I'd like to get the Provence out, but see you guys shortly. And again here you can see we've trapped these guys here. He tried to move in, and we got troops from here and here all moving up here. There were, I think it was 6,000 Austrian troops, and he attacked with 13,000, and we ended up having 48,000 against him, so that's a lot, let's say it like that. These guys move on over. And as you see here, we are depleting their manpower slowly. France is down at 15. Provence is actually taking over here now, and let's try and see how much we can get in the peace agreement. And return course, they would actually take that. So if I clear the offer, return course to France, these 2, and let's take some cash. There, we've pieced out Provence from the war, and let's see here. That also took out a little bit of the troops actually. That will give France a bigger territory, but again, it will all be within our domain at a later point, so it's not really going to be a problem. And it makes it easier for us to manage this war without Provence in it. It's the only guys we can get out though. So, see, I would actually like to do some war exhaustion lowering here. Oh. Oh, that's the wrong one. I already did the war exhaustion lowering. I try to keep that lowered. Defect to France. Well, that actually doesn't really matter. I've got the rebels up here that I still haven't done anything about. But the problem with it will be that they defect to France, which is not that bad at all. And again, as you see, we've trapped him down here with his troops, and now he's getting a crossing penalty. And as we go in here, we wipe his entire army out. And he attacked into this territory and actually didn't even get to see if it was a mountainous territory. But it could have been, giving him a major penalty. I only think he got a crossing penalty of -1 though. But now if you take a look here at the standing troops, he's got 10,000 troops left. We still have over 60,000 troops. So now we just slowly go up and siege these territories. And this war should be almost won by now. Now, as you can see here, we've got his army cornered down here. He's got a little bit of horses here. My troops here are gonna go down to Languedoc, which is already taken care of. And this little army is gonna siege Ile-de-France, so we can get the taking war score in our favor. But now he's taking some attrition here, I believe. No, he's actually not. I don't know why, but the problem is he can't really move his troops out because he knows he's gonna get beaten anyway. As you can see here, we've got these French troops here still trying to take the Dauphine. We've taken over Aubergine. We've got a big stack of 13, 9, and 15. He's got 15 total. He can't run anywhere else because we've got sieged all the way around. Castile is now sieging Limousin, and we're still sieging with 12,000 here on Ile-de-France. So that is actually how we're keeping him on hold, because he's not building any troops, and leisure-wise he's still got 14,000. And if he did, we would be able to go out and kill him. He's got this little army here, but they can't actually siege because it's calves, so the siege is not worth anything. But I think I'm actually gonna go and wipe it anyway, just for the fun of it. There, and actually gained a war score as well. He'll be there on the 9th of March, and let's see, he stopped. No, there. That actually meant that we caught him on a war path here, giving him a crossing penalty of 1, and he got the siege done here right in time. We get these big guys here coming to help out. Though we don't actually need them, as I can see here. He's losing not as many troops. We lost a little bit. Well, we actually lost kind of almost the same amount of troops. He will then go to Auvergne. We'll stay there. I'll actually move these guys up and move on up here as well, so we can try to see if we can strike the army one more time. As you can see now, he's still rebuilding a few troops here, but we've covered siege the rest of his territory, and hopefully this one will fall shortly, and then we'll wipe these guys out. We've got 21% on Ile-de-France. Worst case scenario, he'll go and try and strike this army. But I don't think he wants to try it out with only 2,000 troops. He's still building here. They'll be done in August 1st, and I see here they'll be done in... Oh, they're actually done now in July. But let's get the tick here. And I'm actually gonna do these guys here. Go them all the way up. As you can see here, my Calais just defected off to France. And there, the siege of Ile-de-France. And we completed the mission of occupying France, or occupying Paris. And there you go, you can take a new mission here. Solidify, claim rival's province, or became papal controller. Those are the ones we got now. We don't have much manpower because I got a little bit impatient to start covered sieging a little bit too soon, I'd say. Well, okay, as you can see here, there, as I said, I would be at the peace agreement, but Castile just actually pulled in the peace agreement here with France, which is okay by me. They just took some ducats, so now I need to re-siege some of the territories. But that's okay. And let's see, guys. As you see, we only have 74%, and we actually do need 75. We've got the call for peace now, which will mean that we are a little bit below. If you do suggest demands, they will just take a white peace. Oh, that's for the Morocco. Sorry about that. Here. The war, 100-year wars, suggest demands. They will form a union. Become king of both union. France will pay. And that's a lot, right? But we can actually claim a little bit more here. If there were anything, we could cancel some of the vassalizations, which would not be any good. Or we can do a little bit of the rest if you want to go further on any of this. But as you take a look here, we can just do this here demand and send the demands. France will become the union. There we go. And if we press France here, and we actually have a good opinion of us, which is actually very, very seldom you start with this. Very, very, very good amount of positive prestige. The first thing you want to do is, though, is improve the relationship. Because we need to do a little bit more here. And there. Improve the relationship. It needs to be above, well, be positive. And, oh, royal marriage with Castile. Alliance rejected from Navarra, yeah. Well, that's nothing to do with this 100-year war. Now all you got to do is retract your troops and, well, enjoy. This is Iron Man compatible, so hope this guide was helpful for you. And see you guys later. Bye. Thank you for watching. If you liked the guide, then remember to like, comment and subscribe. And if you want to see more guides for both Europa Universalis and Crusader Kings, then click on the logos here on the annotation or check out the description down below. See you guys later. Bye.